Hey, what's up? I'm gonna say my name now. It's Jason.
And I'm Kathy.
Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna talk about maybe some tips if you want to read more. Last year I read 30 books-ish, which is ridiculous. That's way more books than I ever thought I'd read in a year.
I read 62.
That is a comically large amount of books to read in 1 year. Have you always read this much?
Last year was the first year I read that many. But I would say 30 is probably average.
For you?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
This is the stack that I'm reading for January.
So it looks like you're reading all these at one time, is that right?
That would be correct.
That's weird. Why would someone do that?
These are all the books that I'm reading this month. And they're all different categories, so I'm able to keep them separate from one another.
So that's interesting. So you got different categories of books, which means like if you don't want to read about how to not eat sugar and you're not in the mood to read that, you can read something else, and that way you're always reading. Is that the goal?
That is correct.
Fancy. Okay, that's fancy. How do you read an iPhone? What's that?
It's Audible. It's through Hoopla. And so I have these fancy little ear pods that I put in my ear and push play and listen.
And someone reads to you.
Someone reads to
That's
me.
fancy. Like you're like an elementary school kid.
Yeah.
I like that. That's very nice. That's mostly what I do as well, is I have Audible. So there's a couple options, right, for the listening. It's you have Audible, Hoopla.
Overdrive, and Libby. Those are 4 options. And I'm pretty sure Libby and Hoopla are offered through your library. Overdrive might be too. But I just found out about Libby through your cousin, actually.
Cool. So that's actually another tip. There are places, most cities in America have a place called a library where you can go and they will let you take books for free. You have to bring them back though. Other interesting fact, library is one of the main English words that I have to sound out and spell in my head several times before I can get it right. L-I-B-R, L-I-B-R-A-R-Y. L-I-B-R-A-R-Y. Is that right?
Okay.
Library.
If you're reading a book where you are feeling miserable reading and forced to read it, you shouldn't be reading the book.
Okay. Anyway,
that's one of my tips. Don't read a book you don't like.
So you just quit halfway through? Or
if you start reading, like currently I'm this fiction book. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this book. So I give it a little bit, and then I'm like, if I still don't like it, that book goes, there's so many great books in the world to read. You can't be wasting your time in crafting books.
So how much do you read a day on average, you think?
My goal is at least 30 minutes a day.
30 minutes a day, okay.
That's the goal, but I probably read more than that. And one of my big tips for people would be, I know it's super easy to come and sit on the couch and watch TV once the kids are in bed or once you're home from work, even if you don't have kids. You pop on your favorite TV show and watch TV for 4 hours. I've knocked out a book in 3 hours. So sometimes you got to decide, is it should you say no to the TV and say yes to the book?
But only if the book is better than the TV show.
That's...
Because some TV shows are better than books, and there's nothing wrong with TV shows.
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with TV, but I think it's important to designate time in your day where you're reading, at least 15 to 30 minutes a day.
What I like to do is I like to go to our YouTube channel and watch every single video once and make sure there's no new videos to watch. And then if I have time left, I like to devote 15 to 30 minutes of reading. Yeah. But I always make sure I prioritize this YouTube channel.
All right.
Right? That's what people should do?
No.
Quick recap? You want to do a quick recap?
Sure.
Boom. Categories, yeah?
Have different categories. Designate time during your day to read.
15 to 30 minutes.
Have an Audible app on your phone because that will help you.
Yeah. I find that listening to books is more helpful for me because I get distracted if I'm not doing something with my hands or my feet or moving around. And it's hard to move around or do other things when you have a physical book in your hand. But I can drive while reading a book through my ears, not while holding a book.
Well, those are all the tips that we have for you. Technically, I have more, but he's put me on a time.
Oh, give me one more. Give me one more tip. One more. The people ask for it.
What?
They want one more tip. This is a bonus tip, okay? You don't pay for this one. Go ahead.
I have to pick. I have many tips. I have to pick
right.
one more of the many.
Let's do this. I'm going to count down from 10. You throw them all out as quick as you can. Go.
Okay. Categories. Designate time in your day. The pressure. No.
All right. Anyway, let us know in the comments if you've got any tips for us. And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace out.
Reading is good for you, it makes you smarter. It teaches you new words that fill you with ardor.